Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? How's everybody doing? Let me make sure we are good to go. 1 second. Let me pop out the chat. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, I think we're good to go here, guys. I think we are good to go. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everyone's weekend? What's sleep, bro? Felix Hernandez. Good morning. Good morning, Felix. Good morning. Alright, chat. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We're gonna fire this up the week with the London Live on Monday. If you guys are on the East Coast, good. So far it's been good price action. I think we've been moving nice. We had a nice move down. I am bullish, so we'll see because we have an hourly fair value gap here that we're holding. So as long as we hold this, I'll be bullish. I'm just looking for some moves up into the new week opening gap. So we have our new week opening gap. Let's see the actual fill of it. Is it right here? Yeah. So I'm gonna mark this out with writing. I'm gonna put new week opening gap fill. So this will be our NWOG. If we don't get a move up, we won't take a trade tonight. If we do, we'll trade into this NWOG here. Yeah, Felix, I'm in the West Coast in Cali, so it's currently 11:31 p.m. So a little early. It's not too late. Paul, what's good? What's good? Good afternoon from Thailand. What channel? Good to see you around. Familiar face. So the inversion that I'm looking at would be up here as previously used fair value gap. Oops, let's click it. Hello. Okay, there we go. This fair value gap up here. If we go inversion at this high, we will look for the current high day and obviously higher prices. Why is Pat coming at you so hard? Guys, I'm not Brian. So I'm Dhesi. Me and Brian share the channel. I do the London lives. He does the New York AM. So he wasn't coming at me. He was coming at Brian. But just on some hater stuff. You know how it is, guys, in the industry. What's good? How you doing? Always good to see you here. Yeah, so if you guys are new to the stream, Brian does New York PM. I do London sessions. So this channel is streaming, almost 8-9 times a week. So last week was good. My top step took a little bit of a hit. I took like a few losses in a row on my top step, but everything else was really nice. We had a good end to the week. We caught like 200 points on Friday, so that was good. Been short MNQ for 30-40 minutes. Oh, taking it short, eh? I'm still looking for upside, honestly. We'll wait, like as always, we always wait for our London Open at 12 or 3 a.m. So we'll wait for that. So Brian loves trading unicorns. I trade inversions. That's the only thing I trade is inversion for value gaps. So that's my focus for entry model. Dhesi, are you Punjabi? Yes, I am Punjabi. Yo, good to be here. Let's have a great week. Yes, sir. Let's start it off good. Made rejections at the so we got into that gap of the new week opening gap and we didn't, we kind of came down. So we'll see. I'm not really interested in shorts. I'm only gonna look for higher. Yeah, TPT is a very good firm. All right, guys, I have a question. Let me try to make a poll. Hold up, bear with me, guys. No idea how to make a poll. I still don't know how to make a poll. Okay, we're not gonna make a poll. Never mind, guys. All right, type 1 in chat if you're bullish this week. Type 2 in chat if you're bearish this week. I want to see what everyone's thinking. Bullish or bearish? What are we thinking? 1 for bullish, 2 for bearish. And I'll give you guys my spill. Oh, a lot of mix. Okay, I like that. We're going both ways here, right? A lot of 2s coming in now. A lot of bearish. Okay, a couple 1s. Intraday big. Okay, that's true. So here's what I think is gonna happen. Okay, you see this weekly? You guys see this fair value gap on the weekly? Like, I think this is gonna be the draw towards from now on. Like, I really do think we're gonna start buying back up just a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say just a little bit, it's about 1,000 points up. But I think we're gonna pay a visit to this before we go anything to any like significant sell side underneath us. I think we're gonna go and head for this weekly fair value gap here. So we swept a lot of liquidity. I was looking at 17.9. Obviously, we swept it, right? This is a monthly candle, so we'll see how this closes. I think this will be a wick as well. But we have a lot of low resistance liquidity built up. So if we start getting our higher time frame shifts, that's gonna be very quick moves up. But look at where we're kind of at in our weekly, right? Or daily, excuse me. All this low resistance liquidity got ran. I think it's time to rebalance now. We obviously moved down a lot. Even if we don't rebalance all the way to the 4 hour, I'm going to be slightly bullish to start this week. Maybe these highs in daily fair value gap or like this OB here. But we do have opening fair value gaps on NQ and ES, which I want to see get tapped into. So that's going to be my main draw. Like if we go, like think about it guys, if we go any lower, right? The next area of sell side is 18.8 and 17.8, right? Like those are like extreme lows. Like that's like bear market lows. Currently we went down around 12%, which I think is fine. It's a good pullback, but I think this weekly fair value gap is going to be the rebalance. I'll post the outlook tomorrow in the Discord. If you guys are not in there, get in there. I post free weekly outlooks. They're pretty accurate as well, so I'll post that tomorrow and see how the week's going to pan out. But I want to see those highs. We're going to those lows for sure. You think we're going in the bear market this early into the year? That'll be interesting. I do think we're going to go to bear market later into the year, but right now would be insane, in my opinion. But I think we're going to go rebalance first. If I'm wrong, you know, I'll kind of bite my words. But this will, for me to be bearish at these levels, I'm going to need another weekly candle to print an inversion here. Like, I need to see this fair value gap violated. Until then, I'm going to continue to see if this fair value gap is holding and providing us with some support. But if we get an inversion here, okay, we're starting to slamming lower. There's probably be a breakaway gap and we can go lower. I don't want to get caught really shorting at these lows, but like you said, higher time frame is still very bearish. I just want to see a retracement for our lower time frame. So that's kind of my goal here with this. I think we hit bear market this year, but it's not in March. I'm thinking some midsummer during the summertime. I agree. What's good. That's what I'm kind of thinking is we'll come rebalance for like a month or two, and then we'll come right back down. I think it's going to be unfilled, to be honest. Oh, okay. That's a good point. Like a breakaway. It's not bad. Solid. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in to the London streams. With OPEX bullish. Nick, yo, I'm going to give Nix his round of applause, his credit where credit is due. I've known Nix for a couple years now, and obviously when he started off, he was very unprofitable. He went through the struggle, and I know he just took a $25,000 payout from Top Step. So shout out Nix. This is your special shout out. Congratulations, bro. You deserve it. You really stuck with it for the last couple years. It got really rough at one point, I remember. We talked a couple times. You said you're going to stick with it, so shout out to you, 25K on Top Step payout. Congrats, bro. Love seeing it. So it was impressive, bro. That's love. I see Dorian in here. My goat Dorian. You trade mostly Ictconcepts? Yeah, I traded Ictconcepts. EF, what's good? First time seeing you. First time here with you. Usually Brian, like I said, is a little bit more convenient for the US traders. But if you guys haven't seen this week's schedule, let me show you guys real quick. Just so we're not confused and we all know what the schedule is, okay? While we kind of wait for our open. All right. So, this is the schedule, right? Monday, 2:30 a.m. Eastern. That's where we're at right now. So that's our current London stream happening. We're going to do a Tuesday a.m. live at 10 a.m. Eastern for the Discord. We'll go Wednesday again, so we'll go back-to-back for the Discord. 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thursday night, 2:30 a.m. Eastern, we'll do London again. Friday, another London, and we'll go right into London into an AM stream. So those are the streaming schedules for this week. If you're in the Discord, you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 streams from me. If you're free, obviously on here you're gonna get 3 from me and then 3 from Brian as well. So that's the schedule for this week. If you guys want to keep up with the schedule, because they, like I said, they're subjected to change. It's free in the schedule section of the Discord. You guys can just go ahead and look there. So that's the current schedule we have. I'll post the Discord in the chat. Give me 1 second. So that's it. There's a lot of free content in there. All the education is free and stuff like that. So you guys can go ahead and look at that. We gotta update the bio because we have that's not the trading server anymore. We have another trading server, so we're gonna update that. I'll tell Brian to do it tomorrow. We'd like to see a 5-minute BPR tap and respect it to higher. Yeah, so basically what I'm looking for, like, this is fine. We're respecting this fair value gap. I want to see this fair value gap appear, get violated, and then we'll take a scalp into these highs and we'll leave runners for WOG if it happens. But this will be a solid trade to the upside here. So we currently have our SMT out there, so that the previous SMT would be oh, London doesn't change their time. Oh, long stream tonight then, I guess. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about that. Wait, so the trading times are all going to be messed up too? Like London closed too? Oh my goodness. Oh, hell no, bro. I would have got on an hour later. What? It's all fine. We'll be on. That's crazy. We're about to watch Chop, guys. That is crazy. Let me post this in Discord too for those who... Let me post it in Discord. Thank you. That's actually good that you posted that. Rip. I did not know that either, Felix. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I was ready to slam here in like 18 minutes. Just go to Canes and come back. Seriously, dude. That does not sound like Dhesi sound like the genius one? No, it's me. It's me. Wait, so London won't be... Yeah, so this week I'll adjust the schedule then, guys. Damn. Okay. Let me figure out the schedule. Nah, yeah, Dorian, what the hell? Like, what? So, it's not at 12, it's at 1 a.m. for me. So, it'll be at 4 a.m. Eastern. So, is a kill zone changed too? So, is a kill zone from 3 to 6? Chat, we're cooked. You can't have shit with these Brits, man. These Europores, guys. My goodness. You know, London does not open in 17 minutes. I did not know that. That's actually crazy. Dude, the US always gotta do some special shit, bro, with these time changes. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's good? I appreciate you telling me, because oh my goodness, I would have taken like out of the London Open trade. This is perfect. Oh my god. That's okay. I'll adjust the schedule for the rest of the week as well. So you guys saw the schedule where it said 2:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll do 3:30 a.m. Eastern for the rest of the streams this week. I'll post it in the chat tomorrow. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't realize it. So kill zone's the same, or kill zone, like, guys, if the algo's all right, here's the thing: if the algo is truly real, we should have our moves at the same time, right? Someone at ICT and ask him, bro. Or it'd be four, my fault. New York algos will still move the way you move. Yeah, okay. Chat, we're cooked. There's too many numbers flying around, dude. We got London time, we got Eastern time, Pacific Standard Time. We're cooked. Trying to walk my dog in the hood. Oh my god. That's funny. Maybe that's why we don't have a lot of London people on. Because usually we have like 200 people on. That makes sense. Probably not the best. Yeah. I really do think we draw higher though. Like tomorrow we should have a bullish bias. It's an hour later. Okay. Well, we'll just be here vibing, I guess. So, anyone do anything interesting over the weekend? Let's start with that. Any fun activities? I agree. Friday looks like I put in the 4-hour swing. Yeah, I agree. Work. I feel it. Workflow. The jobs here funny as fuck. Ooh, football. Played with my balls and watched solo leveling. I haven't. Oh my god, I haven't watched solo leveling yet. I had a Mexican food truck down the. Okay, dude, Mexican food is top tier, guys. Oh my goodness, I think Mexican cuisine is the absolute best. Dapped up pal. Alex Perea, rip in the chat. If you guys are UFC fans, who do you think won the fight? No bias. Who do you think won the fight? Ankalev or Ankalev, whatever his name is, or Alex? Me personally, I love Alex, but no bias aside, I think Ankalev won. Like I genuinely think he won. I think if La Comida de Mexico is muy rico. Facts. They get an Uncle Live because of control time. Yeah. I think UFC should start rewarding takedowns, takedown defenses, especially 11 for 11. Like you got to get some credit for that. Like, but I mean, Alex was losing. I feel like even though the numbers, the stats itself say he had more significant strikes, it felt like he was losing the stand up too. Yo, Josh, my comprehension of Spanish is actually really good. My speaking is a little iffy, but I could like full on conversations. I could low key make out what people are saying. Do they give takedown points? No. So they give no points for takedown defense, which is kind of lame, in my opinion. Yeah, like make out what people are saying, like understand what they're saying. This guy. Speak Spanish real quick. You ever speak Spanish with a Dominican? No, but my girlfriend lived in Mexico for a while, so she speaks obviously very fluent Spanish. Though I'm picking it up. She lived there for like 8 years. No Sabo kid? Oh my god. Jess is somewhere here listening and just like, oh my god, I hate no Sabo kids. You ever talk to me in Spanish? I knew you were gonna say some crazy shit. Sheen's vlog. Yeah, Sheen's vlog was good. Yo, if I'm ever down in Texas, bro. Yo, I see Mick Allen have these like crazy houses for hella cheap. Is that true? Opponent throws 10 punches and he defends it, so you just get points for that too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of controversial. Yeah, how is living in McAllen? I heard that's just racist as hell. Like, I don't want to be that guy who judges stuff on what people say on the internet. So let me hear it from an actual resident with no bias, by the way. Oh, you're flying to Texas? Have a safe flight. Damn. Some 600K houses for 200K. Hey, a small world, huh? You saw another plane crash? What the heck? Man, we really got baited, guys. Past 5 activities I cooked in my last week, dude. I feel you, bro. Last week it was rough. Do you have top-down analysis? Long this week. That's my top-down analysis. I really do think we're gonna fill the new week opening gap. I don't know if it's gonna be this week or not this week tonight, but I have confidence I will fill it this week. Or we should have an upside bias regardless. I think we're fine with our sell side that we took, and we're gonna start targeting some of these 4-hour highs as liquidity here and here. That's what I'm kind of watching for this week. We'll adjust it if needs be, but I'm gonna look for upside first. I took longs to the top of that no wick candle. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, having an end dog and end log is pretty OP. It's pretty easy to trade it. Where that 5-minute gap is, there's one big 15-minute gap too, so we can just use that honestly. But the 5 minutes should be enough. Currently, we got some SMT within these gap, right? So we got some equal lows on ES. I want to see maybe a dive down and then higher. But guys, if you guys are just joining in, London Open is not in 7 minutes. We got trolled. It is not in 7 minutes. It's actually an hour and 7 minutes. So, GG's. Dog, you're funny. Where would you go long? I would go long off an inversion off this 5-minute gap, and it will take a scalp to the high here, and then we'll leave runners for the gap. Yeah, 4 a.m. Eastern is technically the London Open because the U.S. changed their time, right? But London hasn't. To be fair, Jack, I didn't really trade London last year too much. I didn't trade overnight much. But this year I've been kind of grinding overnight. Heard NQ could get 24-hour trading. I saw that. They said by 2026. I don't think we have to worry about it yet. But that's interesting because that means we won't get any opening gaps. Yeah. Unless they do it like futures where they close it for 1 hour. But if it's 24 hours, then it should be 24 hours. Like, yeah. Could you imagine 24-hour options trading? That would be cooked. Would you take a trade before A? If we get that inversion, yes. Why do you choose that fair value? Because it's already been used. It's a used fair value gap, so it makes it a little higher probability. And also, this is just a 5-minute, but if you look at the 15-minute, we have our 15-minute gap here too. They're about even right now. We have some SMT with ES and NQ, right? But I don't think. Oh my gosh, someone let me contact Lento, bro. Does he actually think? Oh my god, yeah, it's got. I texted him. This volatility is nice. Moves in Asia. Yeah, Asia was very nice. I saw some. The only trade that I was like looking at, I was interested in was this one right here. This IFEG. I was ready to hammer this, but I wasn't at my desk. Into like the start of the week opening gap. All right, Lantos replied. At 3 a.m. is not really significant right now. Do you think we'll have an inside week candle? Let me see. That's a massive candle. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to see that we'll either draw. Like, I think the draw eventually, like overall, is gonna be higher this week. But I'd be surprised if we draw all the way back up here. So yeah, I think we're gonna have an inside week, which is obviously needed. We dropped 12% in 3 weeks. So yes. Put this over here. Yeah, guys, we're just gonna be waiting here. I mean, we'll see what this hourly open does. Like, I don't mind taking a trade if we get our setup right. And that setup is going to be an inversion at that gap that I have marked out. So if that gets inverse before our London Open, we'll take it. But we need to see that violation and kind of move up to 156 on 9Q in session high. It looks like we're flagging here, like the wheeling flag. So we'll see. Just being back and forth. Look at these 5-minute candles. Really haven't done much. But we moved really nice overall. Asia session. Yeah, pre-market open. Yep. So that's one thing. If we still get our move, we'll take it. Some volatility could happen here. Let's check what the hourly candles are looking like. Still in that massive 1 hour gap. So this is the hourly gap I'm going to use for bias. And if obviously we move higher off of this, we get that inversion at that 5 minute like I talked about. We'll look at the session high and then the new week opening gap. And honestly, I plan London streams to only be like an hour 30 minutes, but this one I think might run a little bit longer. Definitely getting no sleep. Appreciate you guys all being on. If you guys could drop a like on the stream, that'd be great. Helpful. So this is the currently week schedule, right? No news on Monday, so be a little bit careful tomorrow. Jolt should provide us with nice movement, and CPI should as well, and PPI. Honestly, the rest of the week should be good. Monday might be a little bit iffy, but I am still going to be trading it because why? We have our new week opening gap open, so this should be good. Into like a draw into that, but rest of the week has high impact news, so we should be solid. All right, we're getting a little move here on NQ. We have a lot of stacked lows on ES here, so maybe like a sweep of this and go would be nice. No problem, Big Frank. If you have volume imbalance on both sides, what I do is just wait for it. I just wait for the for one of them to get filled. I don't necessarily need to be first in a trade, right? I just want to be like, I don't need to be first. As long as I'm able to catch a piece of the move, I'm fine with that. And I'm not gonna just wait for the 5 minute because we have a 15 minute here as well. So that VI you mentioned will be violated on the 15 minute as well if we do get the violation. So we have internal highs here at these. I'll delete this for now. We're about to take out some internal highs. I don't see a continuation potentially. All right, internal highs here and here. So we'll see how price reacts into this 5 minute gap again. Cade was good, baby. I'll probably watch after the stream, okay? Yeah, I'll let you guys know when I enter. Wait for the 15-minute closure above this fair value gap, and we'll enter. And the trade will be something like this. We'll have a entry above here somewhere, and then we'll have our stop at the low of this OB on the 15-minute. Oops, let's mark it out. So it'll be like this, something like that. Well, we'll wait for the 15-minute close here. We got 10 minutes on it. Oops. You don't want to front run this. I can't take it to the other screen. Did he do a statistic on when you enter the trades? Many traders can conclude that profitable trades are only entered inside the macro. No, I wouldn't say only inside the macro. Because sometimes price is very volatile and it's moving literally throughout the whole session, right? I think what's important is looking at the 4-hour opens and closes. Like, so that's why 10 a.m. Eastern is so important, right? Because we have our 4-hour, and then for our PM session, 2 a.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Eastern is very important because we have our open for our 4-hour candles. So whenever the 4-hour candles are opening, that's when I really look for a trade in New York session. Lanto. Oh my god, Lanto, can I have your autograph, please? Please, please. If you guys know, Lanto just caught a banger trade right now. He longed this before the hourly open. Currently, you're still in that 15-minute. We're currently rejecting it, so 2 a.m. Are you talking about this one? Yeah, we could, because we have equal lows on ES as well, right here, that we could possibly draw down towards. I'm just kind of waiting for our London Open and see what happens. I'm not really in a rush. Yeah, currently rejecting that gap on NQ and ES still. What's London Open daylight? It's in an hour. So about an hour. Usually I start my stream 30 minutes before London Open, but I didn't realize London Open late today, so we're just kind of sitting here waiting. I want to see the week opening gap fill. That's kind of my bias. If we can move lower, I'll kind of wait it out. But I want to see that new week opening gap kind of fill here. I want to see that 15-minute inversion before I make a move into like trying to long it. Yeah, so usually it's 3 Eastern, but with daylight savings in the US, right? London hasn't changed their time. They don't do it till March 30th, so it's an hour later. Yeah, just waiting to see if we get a move down or up. We'll see. I want to see that 15-minute inversion close. If we don't get a 15-minute IFEG, guys, then I'm not going to take a long, right? So I need that 15-minute inversion, and then we'll look for longs. But until then, we'll just wait it out, because NQ, you guys can see right now, does have its or ES has its equal lows that we could possibly take out. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what we do on the 5-minute here. No rush. No rush. So currently, what we do, we swept the high within the 5-minute gap here, and we're coming back down. So ES does have these equal lows down here, which I think we could probably go for it, especially if we got inversion off this 5-minute. This would be like a good scalp short idea into these lows on ES and NQ. So here's a 5-minute gap on ES. If this goes inversion, like I mentioned right now, we'll probably draw into these lows and maybe a little bit lower into this previous low here. I thought US was only one that the daily savings was about the relative equal lows at 2070. Let me see. Down here. I think if ES decides to go down here, I think NQ will as well. For me, I'm like, even tomorrow bias is only going to be upside. Like, I want to see that new week opening gap get filled. If we don't go for those 15-minute inversions, I'm not going to take a trade. So that'll be like kind of the bias. So ES 15-minute looks like we're about to go IFEG here. Obviously, there's not a lot of points, but this low is probably going to get hit now. And maybe NQ could drop into this low here. So we got a couple seconds on this 5-minute close. Barely close above it, but guys, honestly, I don't think this 5-minute gap's going to hold. I'm not going to lie. I think this is going to draw lower to 47. I think 47 is gonna get tagged here. That's probably most likely draw right now. Maybe something like that. But for sure, I think it's gonna get hit. Let me redraw this real quick. So let's draw that. Eternal sweep and move down, right? That's what we're kind of looking at. Yeah, Noah, Koa. Or Koa. I didn't realize we opened an hour later on New York. That's why, or for London, because the U.S. had daylight savings, so kind of I was unaware of the time change and how the UK doesn't do it or London doesn't do it. So usually I start it, like I said, 30 minutes before stream, or I start the stream 30 minutes before London open, but in this case it's pretty much an hour 30 minutes. So it is what it is. I'll probably go heat up my food in like 10 minutes and bring it to the room. Just the open, yeah. So it closes later too. So there's the low on ES at 47. Let's see how we react into the 5-minute gap. We're starting to drop here. So there's a low on NQ as well. So that was a nice read by us, targeting these lows. Nice little tape read. Let me get the magnet thing out because this is bothering me. Nope. There we go. Yeah, guys, 1 minute is very choppy as well, so we're just kind of chilling right now. Nice reaction so far off the ES 5-minute. Like I said, I'm not really interested in anything until that 15-minute goes inversion. Honestly, guys, this is gonna be a long stream. It might be a no trade stream either, depending. Yeah, we can look for upside. For me personally, like I said, I'm waiting for this 5-minute inversion. That's how I'll take a long. But until then, sitting on my hands. So someone mentioned this hourly candle doesn't have a wick. We're about to come sweep it now. Having a fat move down here after that 5-minute sweep. This is why I always tell people, do not front run any inversion trades. Like, wait for the candle to actually inverse, right? Here we accumulated, we moved up, no inversion, we swept the high. Now we're distributing down. So we're still in these hourly gaps. Keep that in mind. If you guys are looking for downside, like complete downside bias, I would wait for the hourly gap to go inversion. JP, my personal bias is only upside. If I'm looking for upside, I need a 15-minute inversion, right? But until we get that, I'm not really looking for anything because my draw for tomorrow is going to be this new week opening gap. If I don't take a trade tonight, it is what it is in terms of like a long. I'm not really looking for any more downside. Not tonight, at least. Yes, Mr. Nut. So what I usually look for is like a tap into like a higher time frame fair value gap, like an hourly or a 15-minute. And I'll use a 1 or 5-minute inversion out of that hourly and 15-minute. You know, so that's how I confirm that the fair value gap is valid. Because I don't really need to be first in the fair value gap. I just need to get my piece, and that's how I'm able to get my piece consistently. Or let's see where our Asia lows are at for ES and NQ. That's very far down. I would be kind of shocked if we go all the way down there. Like I said, I'll switch my bias if we get an inversion out of this hourly. But until then, all right, let me write this in the screen. Okay. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go warm up my food, and I am gonna be right back. BRB chat. All right, chat. We back. We back. We back. We back. I'm about to grub on this while we wait for this New York or for this line open. All right. Yeah, I'm expecting a bounce at this fair value gap here still. Like I said, I'm personally bullish. And my bias is gonna remain to the upside until tomorrow, obviously too. We have our new week opening gap open, and I want to see this get filled tomorrow. So that would be ideal. And honestly, I might give this 5 minute here on ES. If we go inversion, I will give it a chance here if we get it before I let it open. Thank you. Here looks kind of good too. Kind of being patient, waiting for the higher time frame because I don't want to trade into an OB or anything like that either. This is my first time doing a Sunday night or Monday morning, I guess, stream for London. So just being a little bit patient. I did it because I saw the WOG was open, so I was like, okay, that'd be good. But the WOG is not wogging right now. My team was good. If This week does an NQ S&P get divergence, I might get long. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the long steps to form. If we don't get a form, then we don't have to take a trade. As simple as that. We're not forced to take a trade. Asia lows aren't until down here, so keep that in mind. I gotta pin this somewhere. I did not know London Open was later, guys. That's why. I totally forgot because of the time change. So I got on and I was like, wait, London Open's not until 1:30. So normally I'd open right now. Or I'd start the stream right now. No, New York at the same time. It's just London's at a different time because they don't do... London's at 4 a.m. Eastern, the open, until March 30th because they don't do daylight savings yet. That's why. Nothing changes for New York. $4 a.m. Eastern until March 30th. I never heard of Google. Guy, this food is smacking right now. So I got it earlier today, but I had leftovers. It's steak, chicken, broccoli, some other veggies, and fried rice. I've been lacking weight-wise, but my basketball season starts tomorrow, and then I did a 3-mile jog/run today with my girlfriend. It was good. So yeah, we stay active. Actually, no, Gianni, it's 4-minute, 10-minute quarters, or 4 10-minute quarters. Obviously with running clock until the last 2 minutes. Yeah, so I know some leagues do 2-minute, 20-minute halves, but ours is 4 quarters, 10 minutes. Yeah, when I was in high school, we used to have some tournaments that did 2 minutes or 2 20-minute quarters. Yeah, I think we get 3 as well, or 2. I think we might get we get 2. We get 2 per half. In the last 3 years, we won the championship twice, and then so we won the championship off a game winner the first time. The second time we lost in the championship, and then we ran it back, and we won the last one. So we're gonna go for a 2-peat. So this is actually interesting on NQ and ES here. We got the fill. We're about to get an inversion here. This actually might be a solid trade for upside movement. Let's see how we react. In the next 5 minutes with ES going to this fair value gap, I'm actually down to take a long. Because this 1 minute looks like it's about to flip. So we'll wait for the 1 minute flip. Bro, Dorian, I'm either dropping 15 to 18 or 0. There's no in between. I'm looking for possible longs if ES could invert this 5-minute here. I really don't like how he stacked the lows, but I'll look for an internal move. Previous highs. This is probably gonna go all the way. Colin, yeah, I'm looking for that new week opening gap fill. How the hell do you not take that low seriously? But honestly, I don't mind longs. Like I think this would be a solid area to long, like here somewhere. The RR is very nice. It's like a very short stop. Something like that. Looks like a really solid long. What's going on, JK? How you doing, bro? This looks really good for upside, guys, on ES and NQ. If you get a possible retracement, I'll look for entry. It's a big if we get one. I hope we do. This 5-minute looks healthy. Let's just make sure we don't get wicked here. Right? Look at all these wicks. So let's wait for this 15-minute close. If we get a structure break here on the 15-minute, that'll kind of confirm the move up. The last thing we want to do is get caught within these wicks here from previous 15-minute candle closes. But this looks like some accumulation here, manipulation leg, and possibly for new highs. 5-minute is still building up a lot of LR here. Right. Could you have taken it? I that's a little too aggressive for me. Like even now it's a little too aggressive because look at the 15-minute, right? The 15-minute is really telling the story and the wicks are doing a lot of damage right now. So there's no break on the 15-minute chart, so I'm not gonna really look for entries right now until we get a close above. If we get a close above, then we retrace, yes, but I'm not gonna take the first retracement here. Does that make sense? This is how people chop. Yeah, this exactly. This is how people get kind of trapped. So just be careful here because this 15-minute. Look at this. A lot of the other 15-minute candles look like they were gonna have a break, but they didn't. So you don't want to get caught in the 15-minute wick. So make sure that 15-minute closes if you want to do anything. Stick to the plan. Yep, exactly. Stick to that plan with the 15-minute inversion above. David, I love trading red folder days. Those are days I feel like are the most high probability because price moves so good. So NFP on Friday was very good. We went crazy on NFP. So yes, I do love trading PPI and CPI because there's more volatility in the market. So the areas of liquidity are getting hit, you know, at a higher rate and more in a more fluid way. CPI, I think this is gonna be a big one. Is this the first one or the second one this year under Trump? Third, something like that. But I feel like he has enough time to. It's gonna be a lot of like, oh, what has he done? Kind of CPI. Like if we got worse, I think honestly CPI isn't coming hot. That's my personal opinion, but we'll see how that data kind of affects the market. If you struggle with those news days, go back in your journal. If those are days that you struggle on, just don't trade them. That would be my best advice. Or like paper trade them or back test them, something like that. So ideally, hanging for my longs, I want to take this 15-minute inversion up here. That's kind of what I've been eyeing all night. So waiting for that. I honestly wouldn't mind if Nasdaq goes above 21K because they have a weekly fair value gap up there. This weekly fair value gap would be nice rebalance. So that's why kind of my bias is up. Once we have the NWAG as well. We're still holding this weekly gap here. If we violate this weekly gap this week, obviously change my bias to even lower. But I want to see this rebalance happen on NQ. Predictions are showing they're expected to come in slightly cooler. That would be kind of cool. I just want the rebalance to the weekly. That'd be great. True, what's good? True. Yeah, just wait for the Just wait for the 15-minute, guys. Exactly. What's good? That's what I'm trying to tell everyone. Like, not every London session trade is gonna have a trade, right? Like, look at this. It's just been chopped. Even Asia, like, we chop, and then we finally made a move. And now we just been chopping since look how long, guys. So be very patient. Like, we know if when we're gonna take a trade, it'll be this 15-minute version. If we don't get that, we're simply not gonna take a trade. And if this is a session that we don't take a trade, it is what it is. It's part of trading, right? Like, I appreciate you guys all being on here. I know you guys, everyone wants to take a trade, but if the setup doesn't present itself, we can't just be taking random stuff. If you guys have any other trading related questions or any other questions, you guys can obviously ask anytime and I'll answer you guys. Yeah, everything looks very messy right now. I think tomorrow, like I said, or today, tonight, in a couple hours, whenever New York opens, I really want to see this New York move into this NWOG. It might be an ugly move to be honest, but we're consolidating, so maybe we'll get like an early good move and then chop the rest of the day. But this would be something, even something lower like this, where if we could do this, like this, right? That'll be solid. I think the draw on equal lows, nice. Trading is 85% sitting there. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I rushed a few setups too last week, Dorian. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't wait for the proper times. I didn't wait for the 4 hour opens closes, and I took some losses. My draw was correct, but I just wasn't patient enough, right? So I had to kind of slow down, and we had a good Thursday and Friday. Yep, facts. Would you consider this to be low probability conditions? Absolutely. We're not moving anywhere. Yep, AJ, exactly. Yeah, New York might have like a early pop up and then continue riding up or whatever down whichever way. But I think it's gonna be up. I used to use EMAs and supply and demand in like early 2021 and 2022, and then I started learning ICT at the end of 2022 and switched full time and started 2023. Say, for instance, if you weren't streaming and you saw these conditions, would you have hopped off the screen to preserve mental capital, or would you have waited for potential setup? That is a fantastic question. So in normal cases, I would have just been off completely, but I see this new week opening gap, so I would have stayed up a little bit and just use and like play like Call of Duty or something. Like literally, just play Call of Duty and put the chart on the side. And if my levels get triggered, I'll look for a trade. If not, I'll just continue playing my Call of Duty until I'm ready to go to bed. A lot of times, guys, even when I'm in my New York session, when I take a trade, I don't even look at the trade. Especially when I'm not on live. Like, I'll alert a play, I'll enter it, and that's it. Like, I'll walk away. Like, I don't need to be looking at the chart all day or all the time, right? If either hits my TP or it doesn't, And I'll micromanage where I need to, right? Because, I have my alert set and things like that. And also, you don't become a better trader while in the trade, so it's always good to walk away if you can. It's just, how long did it take? Because I used to be the guy who was like, I was profitable, but I was still like, look at the trade. That's a good question. Probably like, definitely after ICT for sure. Because to me, when I learned ICT, the reason why I switched, because I was profitable with the other strategy as well. But with ICT, I was confident where the market was going to go. So when I really mastered, I don't want to say mastered because you're always a student of the game. But when I was comfortable with my trading setup itself, I started walking away because I realized that I know where the draw is, and if it hits the draw, it hits the draw. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I get stopped out. And it was like the inversion model gave me so much confidence that I know exactly where the market's going to go and when it's going to go. That through the back testing and all the live trades that I took, that's how I was able to get the confidence. Mr. Nut, for me, what I do when I quote unquote manage my trades, like I have a stop loss and I have a TP, right? And if I have multiple areas of TP, well, I'll set my trigger at the first TP and then I'll set my trigger at the stop loss. So if it hits my first TP, I get a notification on my phone on TradingView. If I'm out in the kitchen or out wherever, like, usually I'm just like out in the kitchen talking with my parents or something, or like out with my dog or whatever. I'll either, if I'm on Top Step X, I could quickly log into my phone and move my stops to break even. Or if I'm on like a Trade of 8 group trade, I'll just go back to the desk real quick and do it. But Top Step X is very easy to use on the phone, so I was like quickly, you could just drag your TP and stop, boom, boom, fix that. It'll be good. And honestly, my biggest trades have come from the ones I really don't look at. Because, yeah, like, we're all human. We make mistakes while in trades. So sometimes, when I go back on my journal, a lot of my losses or like a lot of my trades that should have been full winners was me actually manually messing with the trade, right? Where let's say I hit my TP1 and then price really started moving bad and I didn't get hit at break even, but I just closed the trade regardless. Like that's something that I really want to avoid doing, and that's what I have been avoiding, right? So that's why walking away for me has really been beneficial because I just let my trade run regardless. Like I don't need to I don't get any smarter while in a trade. If anything, I'm gonna mess it up, right? So, and that's something that even I'm working on still. So that's one thing. Obviously, if you're trading like Apex accounts or things like that, you want to really manage your trades correctly. But if you're trading an end of day drawdown prop firm or something like that, or your own personal fund, you could definitely just micromanage that way, like how I mentioned with like the alerts and stuff. It looks like we're finally gonna go for those lows. Though someone was mentioning these lows here. Not multiple strategies. I'm only just trading the inversion model. All right, finally, guys, our London Open here in 4 minutes. So let's see these lows get ran and see the reaction from them. Ideally, we run these lows here and then move down or move up after. I don't know how much longer. I mean, we'll be on for like at least 30 more minutes because I want to see this open. But we've been on for, usually I stream for like an hour 30, but obviously I started way too early. But we've been kind of chopping around, so if it brings the same. So let's wait for these 2 minutes and see. What do you guys think, up or down for this open here? Some of you guys want really low price action. I think you guys, some of you guys are calling for like Asia lows, right? Someone's calling for a low all the way down here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Up, down. We're saving this 5-minute gap. I was interested in this. Actually, on NQ, we're kind of violating it, but ES is kind of saving it. Upside down. Keep in mind, guys, we're just chopping around, so. 1 minute, let's see. I'm actually curious. I don't know what to expect. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I appreciate you guys all being on here for this long as well. Let us. Dang, you want all the way down here? You want this low? Or like around here? That's nasty. First, we want to see the equal lows get ran through, then I'll see the reaction. Like a quick knife through, and then we'll see. Hourly gap is still holding. One more sweep out of this hourly gap would be ideal. We got inversions here on the 5 minutes, so could get interesting. A little hectic. No low has got swept here on ES or NQ. Interesting. I do think this 41 is about to get taken. What would be ideal? Something like we can go here and then start moving a little bit higher. That'd be good. I really don't want to look at the lower time frame, like the 1 minute. It's not really telling us much. It's very, very choppy, right? We're chopping for like 3 hours, like what's good said. Natalia, if you don't recall, if you were in the stream earlier, since the US had its daylight savings, London has not, right? They don't have it till March 30th, so the London Open is pushed back 1 hour. Thank you, what's good? I appreciate that. we'll see if we even get a move for London overall. It's been, you guys that just joined the stream, we've been consolidating for a very, very long time. So thank you. About to take out this low. Not yet. Let's get a quick knife through 41s and 77s. You should pin. I'll boo pin it. We'll post it. I'll post it in Discord as well. Like react if you understand to make sure everyone understands. Go push back the streams an hour or two now. How do you help yourself? I used to I still use very very, let me see, simple, I guess, areas of liquidity, like Asia lows, London lows, New York highs, New York lows. Like those are very clean areas of liquidity that will get some type of reaction. So I use those. Any highs and lows within fair value gaps, I just mark those out, especially in higher time frame PD arrays, right? Like by higher time frame, I like the 15-minute, hour, 4-hour. So any highs and lows that get swept out of that, out of fair value gaps, I like that. And equal lows and equal highs. That's the only things I use for liquidity sweep. So you can just keep it simple with that. FOMO does hurt when you know the drop, but if I don't get my entry model, there's not much I can do, you know? And there's always going to be another trade. Like, if you FOMO, you got to protect yourself and live to fight another day. Like, you have to. All right, there's the equal lows on ES. That inversion did bring us lower here. All right, let's see if we continue this little trend we have, or do we actually buy back, or actually have a nice move down. Yep, thank you. There as well. This hourly is about to fill. I really don't want to go anything lower than today's open because we have this small S&T I want to kind of hold here with today's open. Getting an aggressive move down here off that 15-minute gap. Was anyone short in the chat? I'm curious to how many people actually shorted this. Mark out the Asia lows on ES are down. Hold up. Down here on NQ, that is what? These are the Asia lows on NQ. I shorted 10. Why are we trading 10 NQ? What? My goodness. Nice, Jake. Nice. Took that inversion on ES. Nice. Been short for an hour. Nice. Castle City shorted. Yeah, 10 NQ during London, or 10 NQ in general was crazy work. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the hour chart to see if I zoom out. It does not look like crazy LR. The hourly looks whatever. The hourly is kind of chopping. But just keep in mind that new week opening gap is going to be a very, very strong draw. Like this is like we're still very early into the week, but this draw is going to be very strong. So just keep that in mind. Like we're pretty volatile in terms of how much we're moving for our overnight session, but it just hasn't been too clean. Kind of iffy. We got Asia lows like as the only draw here that I'm being interested in. NQ is looking like it's going for his draw here. ES is pretty close as well. About 7 points away. And NQ is about 30 points away. Probably going to end up just being a tape read night for me because I wanted the longs. Obviously, we came down a bit, so I'm not really too interested in taking a short. I never did watch 2020 Dimension. I would watch it. There's a sped up version, not sped up version, but like cut the BS version of it, which is also really good. Like I watched the 2030 mentorship, but I feel like learning from other traders who retaught kind of ICT is like way better. Let's say I wanted to not chase but get the downside, the 1 minute tab back into bearish would work or not. I mean, I'm gonna be in hindsight, yeah, with the stop above the fair value gap. If your draw though you're looking for is Asia low. For me, I think we're gonna go to Asia low, but I'm not really interested in taking a short down there. Cause it could get like very like whiplashy. This is our first real move since the open basically because we've been kind of chopping around. And this was New York, and that was a kind of draw. Okay, I get it, but I'm just being cautious here. But yes, that would be like the only re-entry that I would be interested in. Because in New York, what would have happened? Likely, right? There'd have been multiple green candles going into the fair value gap, or blue candles in this case. And there'd have been a regular fair value gap that's bullish, and I would have took the inversion. So this probably would have provided a fair value gap here. This would have been the inversion close, and I would have taken the entry there. But since it's London, we don't get a lot of gaps forming. But like I said, I still honestly like new week opening gap isn't even my main target this week. If we end up moving lower and we don't get any long entries, it is what it is. But if we do get long entries, just know I'm gonna be all over that because I really do. I'm really interested in that weekly gap fill. And whatever happens, right? It might not happen early in the week. It might happen Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see. I went through TSA and we dumped. Johnny, I appreciate the love. I know you've been around for a while too, so it's good to see the improvement. Seriously. I'm glad you're finding success with the videos and things like that. I always make my education always free. Big believer in that, so I'm glad you're taking advantage of it. I always appreciate you showing love and tuning in, things like that. It means a lot. Like, I don't make the most flashiest videos, with the craziest thumbnails or anything like that, but they are really good, they have the content that people are looking for, so that's what I try to pride myself on. Yeah, that's 15 minutes of straight death candles. I don't know how much longer I'll be on stream, but guys, if we take out these Asia lows and we get like a 5-minute version or a 15-minute version, I would not mind longs. So I'm gonna still be watching the charts after I get off, but like I said, I wouldn't really be minding longs if we get a buy model off these low sweep. Thirty-second version. Which back testing platform do you recommend? FX Replay is a good one. But here's gonna be the but. I'm always gonna give it to you guys how it is. It's kind of hard going back into, like, let's say, because you could go back into any time. So let's say you go back into 2 years for FX Replay. It's very hard to kind of get the feel for how the market was moving at that time, right? So that's why I would say try to get in tune with how the market was moving at that time and then start backtesting that time. I found the initial MVG projecting the midnight open associated with impact on the whole trading day. Yeah, Raj, it is. It is. Midnight open prices are always important. I don't personally use them in my trading, but I know a lot of people do, and it holds weight for sure. Let's just see this Asia low get hit, and then we'll be off the stream for tonight. Asia lows are coming here very shortly. There it is. There it is. Asia lows have been hit on ES, guys. We'll probably get them here on NQ as well shortly. But yeah, if you guys are going to be trading still after, if you guys get a, if we see a buy model out of these lows, I would not hesitate to take it. I think that would be a good kind of area to take it. All right, guys. I answered some trading related questions and we went over some things. I hope you guys still found some value in the stream. No trades today because obviously we started a little bit early. Because the time change, we never got our long setup. I was interested in longs, didn't happen. So we'll wait for that for tomorrow and see if we can get that. You know, I try to stick to the plan and only trade what I want to trade versus some randomness. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. I appreciate you guys all being on. We have like 280 people in here pretty much throughout the whole night. So I really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot. The channel schedule is posted in the Discord. So make sure you guys go tune in for that if you guys want to see, you know, what the schedule is looking like. And have a great morning, night, evening, wherever you guys are at. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next stream.